What's up everyone, happy first Friday of the year. I'm Stella Chung, and in today's fix, Star Citizen released yet another outrageous bundle. Portal 2 has a new free mod that gives you 8 more hours of gameplay, and certain simulator developers face layoffs. There's a lot to cover, so let's get to it. You all know that one space simulator that's never actually releasing and is constantly stuck in alpha that everyone loves to talk about? Yeah, I'm talking about Star Citizen. Well, the developer Cloud Imperium Games just announced another highly overpriced ship bundle for $48,000 that you can only buy if you've already spent a certain amount of money in the game. The bundle is called the Legatus 2953, I don't know if I'm saying that right, pack, and the item page reads, "Ahead of all others, this definitive armada is an equal match to the noble title of Legatus Navium." Comprised of over 175 vessels from every manufacturer of note, this perfect collection, including all ships released and concepted through 2953, empowers every fleet commander to forge a lasting legacy, leading humanity towards a brighter future. So, in order to purchase this extremely overpriced bundle, you have to be a part of the Star Citizen's Chairman's Club, which you can only become a part of after spending money on other items in the game. Players are currently reporting being able to see and purchase the new Legatus bundle if they're already in the tier achieved by spending $10,000. So it's only an exclusive club if you're not willing to shell out money for a game still in alpha after 12 years. Yeah, you heard me right, 12 years. Just in case you're not familiar with Star Citizen's background, the game was announced at GDC October 2012. Star Citizen was always a crowdfunded project, and it started with a Kickstarter campaign at their announcement. Star Citizen was supposed to have a single-player campaign mode called Squadron 42 that was set to release around November 2014 and included the promise of VR and flight stick support. Well, Squadron 42 was delayed multiple times, and in December 2020, it was announced that no official release date or gameplay footage would be shown until they're closer to home stretch. 11 years later, Cloud Imperium Games announced last year in October that Squadron 42 is feature complete and released a new trailer, but there's still no release window or even a release date. That's just the single player mode. The mode Arena Commander Flight Combat Sim, where players could test ship combat and racing, had opened for full access to all players in August 2014. Then Star Marine, the FPS mode, was announced at PAX Australia in 2014 and was being contracted out for development by a third-party studio, IllFonic. There were some issues with the assets that Cloud Imperium Games saw, and that contract with IllFonic was cancelled, and this led to a delay with Star Marine since development came back in-house. The original release date for Star Marine was sometime in 2015, but it finally launched in patch 2.6 in December 2016, a year later. The actual space combat and trading persistent universe mode, probably the most main mode for Star Citizen, released in December 2015. The next big step for Universe was Alpha 3.0 that had a lot of problems during its gradual rollout in 2017. Of course, after this update, there's still no word on when Star Citizen will actually release, since through those 12 years, the game is still in alpha. If you go to the Star Citizen website, you can see how much money they've made through crowdfunding, and currently, at the time of this recording, they've raised $658,216,322. I totally understand the crowdfunding aspect of independent games, but this one has gone on for way too long. Star Citizen does make a lot of money, and people do buy these outrageously priced bundles. So when are we going to see it actually release? Personally, I don't think we'll see it in my lifetime. Speaking of games releasing years back, a new mod for Portal 2 is available today that acts as a prequel to Portal 2. The mod, called Portal Revolution, is basically its own new game. It adds in 8 hours of story content, 40 new puzzle test chambers, and fully voiced new characters. The story takes place between Portal and Portal 2 and features a new personality sphere named Sterling. Unfortunately, this means GLaDOS is not a part of this mod, but there are new types of obstacles and puzzles now that haven't been seen in Portal. These include a new laser cube variant, rain that cleanses gel, a pneumatic diversity vent, and over 15 new puzzles that only use the blue portal gun. The mod storefront does specify that you should finish the full actual game of Portal 2 before playing, since A, you need Portal 2 to even play this mod, and B, the difficulty picks up where the last game left off. I needed a new co-op game to play with my best friend on weekend, so this is perfect. If you have Portal 2, try this out since it's a free mod. And as of this recording, Portal Revolution is not out yet, but it's slated to release sometime today, so maybe by the time you actually watch this, it's playable. Bossa Studios, the Surgeon Simulator and Lost Skies developer, is the latest to be affected by layoffs. GI.biz revealed that Bossa Studios laid off almost 1/3 of all staff as 19 employees lost their jobs and only 40 remain at the studio. Co-founder Henrique Oliviers said it was due to a perfect storm of events, which was caused by the number of high-profile AAA games launching after September that took attention from smaller studios, increasing operational costs, and delayed funding decisions across the industry. Resulting from this Blue Moon situation, we had to make the difficult decision to reshape the studio to reflect the position we find ourselves in at the end of this year, focusing all our efforts now on Lost Skies, he said. This means we find ourselves in the heartbreaking position of having to let roughly 1/3 of the studio go, amongst them some of our closest colleagues. Oliviers did ask for other studios to hire the laid-off members if possible, and I really hope these developers impacted will be able to find work soon. So let's put this on the table. When do you think Star Citizen will release? Or are you like me and do you think it'll just be an alpha forever? Let us know. If you're looking for something else to watch, check out our final preview of Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth. I'm Stella Chung, keep on gaming, and I'll see you next time.